Hi, I'm Anu Karwa,
And I'm David Marika.
and we run Swirl Events. So Swirl Events is a wine tasting events company, and we take a really fresh, hip approach with our wine and the way we talk about it. And it's really about connecting people over wine. One of our thoughts on wine is that it's very sensorial, that you experience wine with each one of your senses. So we like to lead people through what we call the 5 S's of Swirl wine tasting, so that we feel like they can fully experience a wine and take a little bit of time with it. So the first S is to see your wine. And the reason you take a look at your wine is because it can tell you a lot, and also because wine is such a huge range of color. It can be almost water clear to a tawny gold, to a baby pink, and to almost an inky black. So you could take a second to look at it and appreciate the color that it is. So when you want to see your wine, you want to hold a glass by the stem. The reason the stem is there is so that you don't heat up the wine by holding it by the bowl of the glass, but you also want to hold it at a 45-degree angle, hold it against a lighter background. See a little bit about the body of the wine, deep and opaque, or is it a really light-bodied wine that just kind of is bright and sparkles? The second S is to swirl your wine. And the reason you swirl it, I always say, it's not so you look fancy swirling your wine, it's really to open up your wine and to aerate it. There are all these flavors and smells that come with wine, and you sometimes need to take some time to get some oxygen flowing in it and really open it up. To swirl your wine, put the base of the glass onto a table and put 2 of your fingers around the base and the stem. And if you just move it in little circular motions, very easy to do, and it'll help you open up the wine. The third S is to smell your wine. And the reason you want to smell your wine is because your sense of smell and your sense of taste are really linked together. I always advise people to stick their noses way into the glass because you really want to keep on repeating this a little bit, and you may smell one thing and then you'll go back a couple seconds later and you may smell another layer. That's the wonderful part about wine, is it is very complex and there are a lot of layers to it. Different breaths of it can reveal many different things. The fourth S is to sip your wine. And we say take a nice big sip and let it just kind of roll all over your tongue and the sides of your mouth, because your mouth experiences different things all over. Take a nice sized sip though, so they can really touch all sides of your mouth. The tip of your tongue, which tastes sweetness, the sides taste the acidity, tannins. You want to have enough of a big sized sip so that it can do all that and experience all of that. And the fifth S, do you want to give the fifth S?
Well, summarize.
Yeah.
You got to summarize what you smelled, what you tasted, and just kind of talk about the experience you had with that particular wine.
Whatever words they can use to describe their experience. And we always like to tell them it's very personal. So whatever your experience is, right. Yeah, there's no right or wrong answer to it.